Hi, I'm Sam, your spiritual bestie, and today I'm going to teach you how to heal yourself. It's not this super difficult process where it feels like completely overdrawn all the time. I promise you eventually you will get to a place where it feels like you're making progress. So eventually it'll get there, but you just need to take it one day at a time and be gentle with yourself. And who wants to be emotionally constipated for the rest of their lives? The first thing you have to do is become aware of what you want to heal. And that's not hard because, the thing you need to heal the most is usually something that you're having issues with. It's causing some type of problem in your life somewhere. Let's just say you're trying to heal overeating. That's one that I'm kind of working on now, so not too much. Understanding how overeating makes my body feel. A lot of times I get tummy aches. I don't feel very well. I'm miserable the next day. It doesn't agree with me, and I realize that it has come from a deep place in my childhood. I carried a lot of that into my adulthood, and carrying that into adulthood makes me feel like I have to clear my plate. Even if even if I'm not hungry, even if, like for instance, earlier today I had a turkey sandwich. I just felt the absolute urge to completely demolish that sandwich, even though I only needed half of it. To be honest, I was completely full after the first half, and I probably should have left it. I should have left the other half, put it in the fridge for tomorrow, or like, gave it to my daughter or something. That's what I should have done, but I didn't. And I ate it anyway. But now my tummy hurts, and it's my own fault. So I'm working on it. But healing just looks like becoming aware of the issue. The next stage isn't just one stage, but it's actually 5 stages in that one stage. And the second stage throughout the healing process is the grief process. So, if you don't know, dealing with healing is essentially letting a part of yourself, an outdated old part of yourself, die. So you're going to process healing just like you would a death or any type of loss that you have experienced in your life. So you're going to have to give yourself grace and allow yourself to completely let that part of yourself go. So, if you are not familiar with the 5 stages of grief, denial, that's basically when you are not believing that this is happening. You're not wanting to, come to terms with what's happening or the pain that you're experiencing. There's anger, and that's when you are basically lashing out at, what's going on and the reality of your situation. Bargaining, where you're just kind of trying to make amends, you're trying to find ways to you're trying to find ways to bargain through it. I'm gonna find an example. Bargaining is just where you're making lots of promises to either yourself, you're making promises to your a higher self, or maybe a higher power, God, the universe, whatever you believe in. A lot of times that comes with an expectation that you'll get something in return. Then there's the stage of depression. There is depression that feels like it may swallow you whole, a feeling of emptiness or just incredible, overwhelming sadness that comes from the thought of losing this part of yourself. And that's difficult in and of itself to deal with. And then there's acceptance. And this is when you finally accept that this is happening, this is the reality of things, and how do I move forward with the new knowledge that I have now going into life without this thing that's been holding me back for so long. If anybody is here for your evolution and growth, it's me. Keep growing, keep evolving. You've got this. I know that it's hard work, but getting through it is half the battle. And I promise you, life opens up after that. Your relationships improved. You have so much self-awareness. You're less triggered by things. And you just have greater resilience. Your physical health may open up. You start to, repel toxic things that are not for you. You just stop repeating the cycles. Just popping back in here to say I'm sorry that this part of the video is so dark and, it's lacking continuity from the previous video. Well, from my previous footage. But I accidentally deleted number 3. So I'm coming back in to re-record it. Number 3 is the fact that you're going to have to get to yourself and you're going to have to sit with yourself. You're going to, there is no way around this step. You have to sit with yourself and allow yourself to process your feelings. And it's easier said than done. It sounds like just sitting alone for some time, but you actually have to process your feelings. You have to feel them in their entirety. There's just too many people that don't know how to sit in their feelings. People try to run away from the feelings. That's where your vices come in. That's where drugs come in. That's where, phone addictions come from. That's where addiction to food comes from. That's where those feelings come from, a place of not wanting to look at the thing that's bothering you because you want to find something that makes you feel good in that moment. So you have to sit with it. And that means not being able to run away to something else or finding a vice. Now, every now and again, there's nothing wrong with, running to something sometimes, We're human nature. But you do have to get in the habit of trying to, at least most of the time, look at your issue head on and not escape from it or look for an escape from it. And it takes practice. It takes practice. If you really want to heal, you have to sit with the emotion and not run away from it and not try to escape from it. That's just the real of it. You have to look at it and you have to be real with yourself when you're looking at it. You have to be able to tell yourself the truth and, call yourself out on your own mess sometimes. And it's not easy to do, but it's something that is going to prove worthwhile if you do that. So, with all that said and done, yeah, that's how you heal. I'm rooting for you.